Hello and welcome to another one of my tour video series in which I give narrative. This is a Christmas video which I filmed in 1998. This is November, about the middle part of November 1998, and I'm in a place called Eppendorf, which is not far from where I lived in Hamburg. It's another one of those outskirt towns of many of which Hamburg has, and I love this area of Eppendorf because I love the buildings. I was quite impressed by the buildings, and I think you will see what I mean as you go through. It's not very Christmassy around here. It's like the middle part of November. But believe me, it's the build-up of Christmas. It's a bit like, well, today, where I'm filming now, it's November the 8th or 9th. 8th it is. It's the 8th of November. So it's around that time. So they were getting ready for Christmas when I was filming this. But I wanted to include this in this video because I love the buildings, and I'm not sure if I have shown this before on video, but I don't think I've done a talk over, a narrative with it. So I thought I'd include this in my Christmas video. But later on I'll be going to the Christmas markets, which are very popular in Hamburg. So I'll be going to two other places, or three other places, which you'll see later on, where they show the Christmas markets. But in the meantime, I thought I'd show you Eppendorf and the wonderful buildings that there is there. Again, like I've shown you before in another video of the off-street parking that they have in Hamburg. And you can see the roads there, they're quite open, they're quite free. They're very good with their parking. Anyway, back to the building. This is a lovely building, isn't it? I mean, that would make a fine hotel, but it's just residential. And you'll notice balconies. They love their balconies in Hamburg, or maybe in Germany. I've only been to Hamburg apart from that. But a lot of the buildings have balconies. I've got no background on this at the moment. I didn't want to put music on it, but I just wanted to show you the Eppendorf. Let's see, there's a bit of Christmas. See, they're getting ready for Christmas. Stupid me. I said there was no background. No background to this. That's because I wasn't wearing my headphones. What an idiot. Anyway, I'm wearing them now and I can hear this background. But I hope you can hear me over the background. Anyway, Christmas in Germany, especially my experience in Hamburg, it's not like Christmas in UK or USA. They don't celebrate Christmas Day, they celebrate Christmas Eve, which is Weihnachtsabend, they call that. Weihnachtsabend. So it's like the day before Christmas Day. I don't know why, but that's how it's always been for them. Christmas Eve. And what they do, it's funny enough, when I was out there, the shops on Christmas Eve in Germany, they close at 1 o'clock. I mean, when you think of England, I don't know what America's like, but in England, Christmas Eve, the shops are open to as long as they can, and everybody's panic buying, getting their last minute presents. See the balconies there? They love their balconies. Anyway, they're running around panicking buying in England and UK, getting the last minute Christmas emptying shelves. If you go into a shop, especially a chemist where they sell perfumes and things like that, you see the shelves empty. But not in Hamburg, not in Germany. 1 o'clock dead, the shop's all closed, all of it. So if you haven't got anything by 1 o'clock, you've had it. And then the Christmas begins for the Germans in the evening, in the afternoon, around maybe 3 o'clock. And they all get round the table and they have a simple meal, a kind of sausages and potato salad. And they eat that, and then maybe they have a little drink with it, but not where I was staying. And then they dish out the Christmas presents. And that's it. That's Christmas. And the Christmas day, in which we're all celebrating, it's like our Boxing Day. It's a quiet day. See, they're getting ready for Christmas here. So the Germans love their decorations. I don't know why they don't celebrate it more. Because they love their candles and their lights. In fact, they put lights in the trees outside the house. And as I mentioned before in another video, they don't put colourful lights up there. They put simple white lights, and I like that. I don't like all these orange, red, blue, and all different colour lights that you see. They just put simple white lights up there, and I think that's nice. I used to get very homesick around Christmas time in Germany when living out there. I missed all the madness that we have back in UK, which is probably the same in America. Well, they do it twice a year. They do Thanksgiving as well, which is just as mad. But in Germany, Christmas is a bit subtle. It's a bit quiet. It's just like a Sunday. But they still buy everybody stupid presents like we do. So they're not much different there. I mean, this video here, there's Rolf there, and his twin brother, Dieter. Now Dieter's, I don't know what word they use these days, but learning difficulties, I think. And this place where we are, where I'm filming, this is a residence where they look after people in that situation. And the community's well involved. I mean, here they're putting on a Christmas market for them. And everybody's involved. The area itself is like a camp. It's their own entrance. And inside there, they can stay. They have places where they have their own room, separate room, not a big room where they all sleep, but separate, like a flat in there. And they have a canteen where they can go down and have meals. You'll see that later because they're using that as part of this Christmas celebration. And they even have a workplace there where they can earn money. Packing, I think they do, when I was there. And this is what I was impressed with in Hamburg, possibly Germany, where they do have what you might call care in the community. It really exists there, and I was really impressed by that. Now Dieter, although he was living there for a while, he had his own flat, he decided he wanted to live in Hamburg. He wanted to live like other people, and he was able to do that. There's me there with Dieter. There's me. Anyway, so they helped him move into a flat, and they helped him. He had 2 guys helping him. In Germany, they have an enlistment where you go in the military or you can go for care in the community. And he had 2 guys who were doing care in the community. Lovely guys, young guys. And anything Dieter needed, he had a number he could ring, and they would come along and they helped furnish his flat, and they showed him the way he could go, the best route to get the bus or the U-Bahn to his place of work in this area. And they made sure they were there all the time. If he ever needed them, he just had to ring them. But at the same time, he also had Harold, Rolf's other brother, younger brother. He was always there for him as well. And Rolf was there while we were living there, but Rolf spent enough time. I think he's off sick, that one. He's pulled a sickie. I'm not going round and round with kids on me. I'm not having any of that. Sod, that's what I gave a sod, just fireman. Yeah, that's obviously the fireman. It doesn't need explaining. Yeah, all this is in this area for the people, not just children, but people with learning difficulties, where they get looked after. And here you are, the community is involved, putting on a big display, and many people come there. And I suppose they get the profits from that as well to help run the place, because the place is run quite well. Anyway, back to Christmas, I think. But I wanted to tell you about this area. So the Polizei are there. They don't have that kind of motorbike now. That's obviously an old motorbike. They have proper BMWs now. They have real top machines. I think we got the same machines in Britain. Americans have Harley Davidson. Yeah, bite into that, mate. That looks good. That tastes good. Schmeckt good, as they say in Germany. Schmeckt good means tastes good. And you can see it's quite busy there, lots involved. There you go, she's having a photo shoot. She looks like she's enjoying herself. Yeah, there are lots of people coming to this. This is a bit later on. This might be a bit more in December when I film this. I'll tell you what, it was blimmin' cold. It usually gets cold around this time of year, or Christmas in Hamburg. There's Dieter running after Rolf. Yeah, this is the Hamburg community who really support this area, this place. This is what I mean. It's what you call care in the community. Hey Thatcher, this is what care in the community is all about. Remember that? I have got some video. I've got 3 videotapes of Christmas with family, Rolf's family in Germany, in Hamburg. But I'm a bit reluctant to put them up because it's family. I'm thinking about it. Because it was a while back. But anyway, it was so boring. There was no joy. It was just sitting there, twiddling your thumb. I wanted to escape and watch paint dry. Instead, I escaped and drank a bottle of wine. I got in trouble for that, but never mind, it was worth it. This is inside the community complex, and they had things going on here. Probably to raise money again for the residents. They had raffle tickets, food being sold, trombone, all sorts going on. This is actually the canteen. This is where the people eat. And even though Dieter is living outside now, he can still go there any time and have a meal. In fact, he can still go back and live there if he wants. He's got that freedom. In fact, he's better off than most people, especially when people on the streets. There's me again. Look. This is all the friends Dieter has. He knows everybody. He's well loved, and I loved him too. Beautiful guy. It was the only one, because this was when my German wasn't that brilliant, but I could communicate with him. It was so easy. I didn't know. I mean, he only knew basic German, and I knew basic German, but I used to, somehow I could communicate him. It was so easy. I mean, this was in 1998. I don't know what's happened to Dieter since, because it's 2023 now. I haven't seen him since I left Hamburg. But I do hope he's keeping well. Yeah, the band's having a break. Yeah, there they are. See, that's at Christmas time. Weihnachts, they call it. The chimney sweeps are lucky. That's why they're doing the lottery tickets, look. But it's a symbol of being lucky. I mean, we have that for New Year, don't we, with coal? But in Germany, it's Christmas. There's not much in your sack, mate. I bet it's just these sandwiches. As you can see, it's a very big complex. And it's all for these residents with learning difficulties. And they've got every support going, whether they live there or they live outside. And like I said, they've got a workplace as well. They can earn money, so they're not grounded off society. Brilliant. Brilliant! I'll correct myself there when I said scrounging off society. What I mean, they don't have to rely on benefits because they're earning their money. They've got the dignity of being able to earn money like anybody else in Hamburg or Germany, and not having to rely on benefit handouts. So I was wrong to you, not scrounging, no, benefits. They don't need that because they're earning it. They're working probably a lot harder than a lot of other people, able people. So I'll give them credit for that. There's the fireman again. See, They all get involved, the police, the fire service. And there's market stalls there. So it's not just for the residents, it's for the outsiders too. Bring them all in. And you can guarantee it's popular. That's welfare, deciding what to buy with detail. In fact, if anybody from outside was to walk in here, they would just think it's normal. They wouldn't think, well, it is normal, but they wouldn't think it was a place kind of for people with learning difficulties. It's just because that's how they are out there. They're just treated as normal people. Which they are. That's the main building that leads into the canteen where we were before. It's all modernised. It's all doors that open, you know, electronically. Is that what they call it? There's always plenty to eat in Hamburg, no matter where you go. Plenty to eat. They love their grub, the Germans. As you can see, it's getting darker now, so the lights are showing more. When I first started filming, it was during the day. And we spent hours there. We spent quite a long time there. Well, helping detail. Eating ice cream there, and it was blooming cold. Anyway, here we are now. We're back in Hamburg City, the Stadt, for their Christmas. Again, a bit later, probably more in December. And this is the main city, with all their Christmas market, Weihnachtsmarkt. This is the main shopping area in Hamburg, and at Christmas time they put up the market stalls, and as I said in another video, when the ferry used to come from Harwich to Hamburg up the Elbe, many did a day trip around this time of year just to basically shop, go around the Christmas markets and do all their Christmas shopping, and then get the ferry back home again. And it was quite popular for them to do that. So I don't know what they're doing now, but they must find another way. Maybe they just fly over in the Lufthansa. But it's a bit quiet at the moment. Maybe I can't remember. Maybe I'm filming early in the day. As you can see, lots and lots of stalls selling their Christmas wares. The big stores generally sell very elaborate things, very traditional elaborate things for Christmas. Much better than you get in England. I don't know about America, but I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the big stores like Cardstead and Brinkman. And they're things you can't get in England. That's probably why a lot of the British people used to go over there and buy them. Mind you, now we have Aldi and Lidl, German supermarkets in Britain. They have brought a lot of it over, but they still haven't brought a lot of the other things, really nice things that you can buy for Christmas. This is what amazes me about the Germans, is that they put so much effort into Christmas with the things they buy, and even their decorations that are simple. But then when it comes to Christmas Day, it's very subtle, very low key. You think it would be a big build-up. That's a traditional Christmas thing. You can buy that as a little model. I think it works with candles or something in your home. But there's a big one in the centres that they have, and that's very traditional for Germans. I don't know what they call it. I don't know the name of it, but it's like an emblem. I don't even know if it's just in Germany they do that or anywhere else. But you can buy them for your own home. You know, sort of not as big as that, but a little model. And it works off heat. That's probably working off a motor, but the ones you buy at home, they work off heat. And it turns that windmill around on the top. See, you see them tables there? This is what, I mean, I mentioned Imbus before. They have cafes called Imbus. But they're not places you sit down like you do, like cafes in England or in America. You've got to stand up at one of those high tables and eat. Which is probably good, because people don't sit around there all day because they've got to stand. They just go in there, munch their sausages and their chips and whatever, and then sod off. Which is good to keep the customers going. In England you can have somebody sitting there for hours over one cup of cold tea. I told you, they don't muck about in Germany. I don't know if it's the same now, today, because I was out there in 1998, but it's regular. All the shops shut on a Saturday at 1 o'clock, and it's the same on Christmas Eve. No Sunday shops open, but not when I was out there. Not like in England. I think they have 8 days a week in England for opening. Now that's kind of gingerbread. It's quite popular. That's what they call a bakery, a baker. And they're open on a Sunday. It's about the only place that is open on a Sunday, apart from the ice cream cafe. But a bakery is always open on a Sunday. And that's where people go for their walks, take the dogs out, stop off. But okay, it's me again, at the Imbus, standing up. I keep jumping from one subject to another, but I'm watching the video as I'm talking. Obviously, it's the only way I can talk about it. It'd be stupid if I wasn't. There's the Christmas tree. At first I thought, what a miserable tree, no lights on it. But later on you'll see it has got lights, but like I said, they're just simple white lights. It's not covered with all that razzmatazz like we have in America and in the UK, all coloured lights and trimmings and all that lot. It's all so simple. And candles. The Germans love their candles. In fact, they love them all the time. They have a thing, I think it's Advent. I think it's the fourth month in December, fourth week in December, where Advent is. And that's where they put 4 candles out for the 4 weeks. And they light each candle as it gets closer, week by week, to Christmas. Another thing I noticed in Hamburg is that, probably for the kids, but the grown-ups continue it, is everybody gets a little basket, a Christmas basket that you can buy, and they fill it with oranges, sweets and goodies, like we have with the Advent colour, only more. They put all sorts in there, and you get that, and they replenish it daily. So the Germans, although they don't go mad on Christmas Day itself, they do spend more time with the build-up. They just don't go mad like we do with Christmas shopping, Christmas Eve. End up going to the garage to get the last minute present. Buying presents that nobody wants. I remember Rolf, one time, somebody gave him a pair of gloves for Christmas, and he didn't want them, so he just put them away. And a few years later, he gave them back to the guy for Christmas present, and he turned around and said, "That's exactly what I wanted, thank you." See what I mean? Same with Christmas cards. We send Christmas cards to people, but if we wrote them in pencil and rub them out, you could still send them back again to the people who sent them to you. They wouldn't know, because nobody knows. It's just, in fact, the Germans, they don't do Christmas cards like we do. What they say is, if you're near somebody, they live near, you visit them and wish them a happy Christmas. Or you phone them and wish them a happy Christmas. The only people you send Christmas cards to are those who are living far away, like overseas. They get Christmas cards, but the Germans don't bother with Christmas. And I've picked up that habit. It's a waste of bleeding money. Waste of money. You often end up in the bin before Christmas, so especially when you have to pay stamps for them, and stamps are not cheap. It's just a waste of money. It's a big con, big commercial con. I'm having a rant, aren't I? I'm having a rant. As you can see, as usual, plenty to eat, loads of stuff to eat. You don't go hungry in Hamburg. I don't think they have fairground. Oh no, they did have a fairground in Hamburg. I remember it. There was one fairground. It's there all year. But I didn't fancy any of the rides they had there. It looked a bit, and everybody on it was screaming their heads off. So I thought, they must be mad. Who pay money to go and scream your head off? So there's a Fernseh television tower again. I love filming that. I told you I've been up there. Now this is the big store called Karstadt, which is very popular in Hamburg, and they're the ones who sell all the lovely, elaborate Christmas gifts or treats that you can buy. And this is their shop window. They have several windows where they do this every year. They put on this fine display. It's about, I think, about 4 windows where they do this, and they really go to a lot of effort with this, and it's great, a popular attraction, not just for ordinary people, but especially for the kids. They love this. And every year they do something different. In Bournemouth, Beals used to do just one window like this, but Beals is now long closed, so they don't do it anymore. Yeah, this character makes me laugh. I don't understand what he's saying, but he's dressed in the chimney sweep outfit again. He's like Del Boy, isn't he? The German Del Boy, selling his wares. Yeah, back to the windows. It must take a lot of effort putting all this together, and it's different every year. They don't repeat it. It's different every year. I was lucky to film it at this moment when I did, because there was not many people around. But I went back there later and it's hard to get in. Here he goes again, Del Boy. Let's listen to him.
Kauft man das nicht, darf man das nicht lesen, nicht? Nimm mir der Wurm kostet 8 Pfennig, die Beschreibung 5,92 Mark. Guck mal, den gibt's in Blau, in Grün, hier haben wir einen unsichtbaren. Und noch eins, wichtig, nicht waschen, nicht schleudern und nicht wieder ein. Nicht hoch? Nein, nicht langsam, ganz weit hoch.
He's certainly got the kids interested. Look at him, look at their faces. He could talk a glass eye to sleep.
Ganz weit hochheben, so, das hebt man hoch, kommt dann raus, andere hält man unter, fällt da rein. Und nicht, dass es dein Kumpel heute Abend so vorführt, das ist falsch, ne? Man muss auch noch beibringen, ist wieder klar. Soll ich mal den Trick verraten? Siehst du? Wenn man ein Kumpel kommt, hat Geld dabei, dann will er mal wissen, wie es ist.
That's another thing in Hamburg or Germany. They love their organs. You see them on the dockside, I filmed them before. I don't see them in England. I don't know about London. But all over the place in Hamburg, they're everywhere. There was one I filmed before at the learning difficulty place. They had a guy doing that. There was one at the docks I filmed in another video. They're everywhere. Very popular out there. Hang on, I think the ice cream van's coming. Just a minute. Right, $2.99. Oh no, it's the police. Ah, what a shame. It's funny, that noise, that siren that they have, it's never changed. It's like that in the war. When you see the old films. It's never changed. Oh, hang on. No. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me. Look at that. Now that's in England and America, or Britain and America, they've had different sirens. In Britain we started off with a bell ringing, and then we moved on with different sirens all the time. In fact, our sirens now are more like American sirens, but we've changed. But no, the Germans are stuck to the whoever invented that must be making a lot of money on royalties, because they've never changed it. It's still the same. Yeah, back to the window. See, like I told you, a bit crowded now, so I can't get as close, but I got good shots before, so I was quite happy about that. So now I'm just filming out the interest of the people. They love to watch it. Great fun for them. Yeah, you can hear that that guy there. I filmed him before as a street entertainer. I thought he was great, and I don't know if that's his wife with him, but I'll shut up when they come back on again because I thought they were great. See, I like looking up. Maybe because I've been in the military. I always look up. A lot of people don't look up. Especially when they're in Bournemouth, they look at the shops, but they never look up. And I like looking up, looking at the buildings, wherever I go. Even when I was in Australia, I looked up, looked at the buildings. Here we go, here we go.
Aber es gibt immer wieder neue Anachronismen.
As you can see, this market, it extends all the way along that main busy Hamburg shopping area, right from one end to the other. And along the side, there's also another mini market that's going on. So it's not like in England, but just a few markets. They really go big time. And that's why many people go there just for their Christmas shopping. And that's the famous Rathaus, which is like the mayor, the town Burgermeister. That's where everything happens, or doesn't. Depends which way you look at it. Starting to get a bit busier now as the day goes on. Crowds are building up. I was obviously started filming early in the morning. Yeah, there's that famous poster. And that big steeple church in the background you see there, that's the relic church that got heavily bombed, well, like the rest of Hamburg, but they've kept it in the same condition as it was, as a kind of memorial, if you like, or reminder of how war is bad, which is a good thing. We should all learn that. And there's the Rathaus again. That's the famous Hamburg emblem of the castle towers. Another zoom in of the Fernseh Tower. I love that tower, don't I? I've filmed it loads of times. Probably won't be the last time I'll film it either. As you can see, it's a vast area. Prince Charles actually went there, did a speech there while I was out there, but I missed it. I was at Altona, a nearby town. But as I came back via Hamburg to catch the U-Bahn, I noticed all the flags, the little flags, Prince Charles. So he went out there. I think that was May the 8th, because that was when, May the 8th was 1945, was when Hamburg was liberated by the British, and they were glad for that because the Russians liberated Berlin, well not liberated, but they marched into Berlin, and there were many atrocities. Another picture of the Fernseh Tower with the Neue Wall, and this is inside the Neue Wall. Yeah, May the 8th was, they were happy because there was not a shot fired. Hamburg was liberated by the British, and they were quite happy about that. They were glad to see the end of Nazis. I'm going on about a bloody war again, aren't I? Shut up about the war. I mentioned it once, but I think I'll go away with it. Now this is inside the Neue Wall, another big shopping area. Just alongside the city centre. A bit quieter here, they don't have any markets. But the shops are all, and the street is all decorated for Christmas. And like I said before, so simple decorations. All white lights. That's one of their shop windows. Again, not as elaborate as Karlstadt, but still quite impressive for the kids to look at. So I say they go big time for Christmas out there, but they just celebrate the afternoon of Christmas Eve. That's when the kids get all their presents, and then they go to bed. On Christmas Day, see lovely white lights. I love that. I love the simple white lights. Let's get rid of all these coloured lights. Keep it simple. Traditional. I mean, back in the day, they used to use candles, didn't they, on Christmas trees, which were quite dangerous, but I think a lot of Christmas comes from Germany, the Christmas tree. Yet they keep even their Christmas tree is just so simple. Some houses, more modern houses, may have something like we have or the Americans have, but traditionally, the place I was staying, they didn't have big Christmas trees. There's the lights again. Simple white lights in the trees. And people's houses, they decorate the trees outside their home with white lights. They don't have all these flashy things like you see in that film Chevy Chase with all the big lights flashing and God knows what outside. They have reindeers on the roof and all that lot. They just keep it simple. I like that. This is going over to the Ulster, the main Ulster, which I mentioned before in a video. It often freezes up over winter, and people go out there with ice skating, and they have stalls out on the ice selling sausages as usual. They love their sausages. But once again, look at those buildings, and don't forget, and back to the war again, these buildings were all severely firebombed, but they've restored them. Yeah, that's the Ulster. Those boats, they can go all the way through the canals through Hamburg. And you get tour boats, and you get, like I've said before, bus boats that ordinary people can use if they live along that way. But obviously, like most places, those houses on the end of the Elbe, they're for the wealthy. And there's a Christmas tree. Simple Christmas tree. Obviously presented by some company. That's Hamburg's Christmas tree. Very serene filming across there. That's that. Oh no, that's a different shot. Oh, there's a Fernseh Tower again. That's a good shot of the Fernseh Tower, television tower. In London they have the post office tower, don't they? But that's there. I think Berlin's got a tower as well. Yeah, that's it. That's that church that got bombed, and it's still the same today. Yeah, that's it there in the distance. That's a relic. That's a relic. It looks horrible black. It's horrible, burnt out, and they've kept it like that. It's a memory of those ugly days of when the Nazis ruled everything, destroyed most of Germany, including Hamburg. So there you are, that's back in the city again. And that tree that looked quite boring is now lit up. And you can see it's just simple lights. Plenty of them, but very traditional. And the crowds getting even more. I suppose, I don't know what time they opened to, but I expect it got a lot busier during the evening. and that's all nicely lit up as well. Looks a lot better lit up, doesn't it? Obviously. As I said before in another video, the Germans, they don't have Christmas dinners like we do in UK on Christmas Day in America. In fact, it's hard to buy a decent sized chicken out there. And turkeys, I don't think they go wild on turkey. They like a lot of goose. They eat goose out there. Yeah, the Christmas tree looks quite nice, doesn't it? I've put up a video of where I tried to give the Rolf's German family a Christmas dinner, and it failed miserably. They were miserable. There he goes. Don't forget, everywhere, the poor guy in the street over Christmas. He's got his candle. They used to light candles there, the beggars. They used to do that in England too. Put a candle up, show you're part of it. You're not left out. That's the Father Christmas. That's the entrance to the shopping mall. And that's, of course, is the hopping off, the railway station that I've showed many times. And now we're in a different part of Hamburg. This is a place called Altona. It's just another large area of Hamburg on the outskirts. And in fact, that's where it's kind of mini Hamburg, if you like. I think that's where a lot of I think when the French invaded in the Napoleonic days, they kicked a lot of the Hamburg people out, and they all came here, and they turned this into their fishing village. And I think it's still the same. A lot of the residents are Turkish here. There's a lot of Turkish residents. But I liked Altona. I liked it a lot. I found it a very nice place to go. So if you go to Hamburg, go to Altona. It's not far. You can get the U-Bahn from the Hauptbahnhof. They have a kind of market themselves, but it's not as grand as they have in the city. It's a bit smaller, but it's probably still bigger than what we have in England, in Bournemouth anyway. I don't know what he's selling. Chestnuts, is that chestnuts? I don't know. Yeah, they have their market, their Vinex market as well. In fact, I didn't go to other towns, but I expect they all had that. Rostadt and other areas around. Everywhere you probably would find the Christmas markets. There's one building not far from here where they've done like a sculpture of bicycles all welded to the walls. Lots and lots of bicycles all welded to the walls, and nobody's removed it, so they've obviously accepted it. But I haven't filmed it in this video, but I wish I had. But I thought that was amazing. Yeah, bicycles all welded to, up and down the walls. There's old Santa Claus selling sausages, I bet. Glue wine, yeah, that's very popular out there at Christmas time. You can get it in England at the Christmas markets. It's a wine and it's kind of warm. It's Christmas wine. I'll tell you what, you only need a couple of them and you'll feel a bit whoopsie. A bit sickly too, I found it. But it's alright, it's a Christmas drink, but one's enough. Lovely horse and carriage. That's probably how the buses used to be, isn't it? Same in England, same in America. All selling their wares. Lights. Like I said, when you get a flat in Hamburg, there's no lights. They take away the lights. Don't know why. So whenever you move into a flat, you have to buy lights and refit them. If you buy a house in England or America, the lights are still there from the last people. But in Hamburg, you just get the wires hanging. You have to buy the lights and put them up yourself. So why do they put the blooming light switch in? Mind you, give them a break. They do connect the TV canal plug, so you've got that. So where they fall down, they're still improved. In fact, a lot of the flats you rent out there, they've even got a cooker installed and a fridge. Yeah, there's Altena. That's the Hoppenhof. Not the Hoppenhof, but that's the railway, U-Bahn. Now this video's almost to an end now. I hope I've done it justice. I've put up a lot of this before, but I thought, like other videos that I've called My Tour, I thought I'd put it up again and give a bit of my narrative to explain it a bit more to you all. So I really hope you're enjoying it, and they seem to be more popular when I do a bit of chat. I don't have anything written down, it's all off the cuff. I just watch the video and just chat. So I hope you enjoy it. But until next time, unless I don't know if I've got another project on this coming up, but I will find another video to do soon. But until then, bye for now, bye for me, and a happy Christmas.